Today I'm going to talk about my research paper. My research paper is basically investigating the relationship between Christianity and the formation of civil government in the United States between 1776 and 1800. I'm going to begin my paper with an overview of the two sides of the argument. Some people say, yes, Christianity was a huge part of the founding of the United States and the civil government. Others say no. So I think it's important when you talk about this particular subject that you get both sides of the argument. I try to emphasize the foundational arguments or foundational documents from the nation building period in my argument, particularly those that deal with or have any type of religious writing within them. I also include in my paper the writings of statesmen, founders, famous ministers, and historians, particularly within my analysis. So the thesis for my paper is that America's Christian heritage has been well documented throughout history in the writings of statesmen, both past and present. While some believe that the political events of the nation building period support the conclusion that the founders intended to institute a secular-based government, the United States civil government was formed based on Christian principles. America's Christian origins may be observed by the Christian principles embedded in many foundational documents of its nation building period. Okay, so one of the ministers I talk about in my paper is Reverend Jasper Adams. And he was an ordained minister, an ordained priest of the Episcopal Church during the Jacksonian era. And he consistently questioned whether American law was free from religious influence or if the government, if a government could really give non-preferential treatment to all forms of religion. He believed that the American society needed a foundation of religious values and beliefs, along with a body of civic ideas that combine the common law with public opinion. On top of people like Jasper Adams, I also use several other historians and articles and books from historians, like Hugo Hecklo, who's a retired professor of government and public affairs at George Mason University. And in his book, Christianity and Democracy in America, he said that he believed that Christianity and not religion in general has been important for shaping American democracy, as a lot of people believe that it was religion in general, and that amid the deeply felt religious differences, a Protestant colonial society gradually convinced itself of the Christian regions and advantages of religious liberty, and that by the mid-20th century it seemed as if American democracy and Christianity were locked in a mutual embrace. So the conclusion of my paper, of course, is that America's founding was deeply rooted in and shaped by Christianity, particularly in the formation of its civil government.